Okay. I received emails from first Rand Paul, which is Ron Paul's son, and where is it? Here it is. Rand Paul. Dear Bill, I ran for U.S. Senate to end out-of-control spending and solve our debt crisis, but that can't be done until we tackle the source of the problem, the unaccountable Federal Reserve. As long as Ben Bernanke keeps printing money, Barack Obama keeps spending it. You and I need to end that right now. And just like in my campaign, the establishment is stacked against us. With you in our corner, look at what has been accomplished. I hope and I count on you again to support C4L in its audit, the Fed action bomb. Please take a few moments to read the message below from Campaign for Liberty President John Pate and support C4L in this vital effort to rein in the Federal Reserve. And of course I support C4L. They say the cover-up's worse than the crime. Until we rip the seal off the Fed's books, we will never discover the depth of the Fed's looting of taxpayers. You see, the government and the Fed put taxpayers on the hook for $14 trillion during the financial crisis. And, he's just claiming, they need some money, of course. You can't do it without money, and I understand. They're hoping to raise money so they can. They need people on the phones. They need banners on YouTube, emails, mail, and all this. So, anyways, I went to write them back. I completely support you and your father and believe in truth and liberty for all. I follow him on YouTube, and though I unfortunately can't contribute financially as I've been out of work for over 2 years, I will, however, help out in other ways when called upon. I live in Poinciana, Florida. We are unincorporated but fairly large for not being incorporated. Around 50,000 people. I know Florida can be a huge state in election. I believe our governor to be working on the side of the people. He thankfully blocked that high-speed rail we have no use for. We'll look forward to hearing back from you some more. Then, I had a note. What's that? Inbox. A letter from Barack Obama. Where is it? Where the heck is it? Big things. Here it is. Friend, if it were easy to do the big, meaningful things, we believe will make our country better. If it were quick, somebody would have done these things long before any of us showed up. I understand what he's saying. I understand it's not that easy, Mr. President. We've chosen to do something hard, okay. You know that our victories have been hard won. Taking the difficult steps necessary, blah, 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 blah. We haven't not set out what we did, not nearly. So I'll be direct. Can we step in and they're asking me for $5. Rand Paul, Liberty, Campaign for Liberty, they asked for 17, but it's not about how much they ask, I would give. I don't have anything to give. Obviously, I said I haven't been working, but I would give to the one who I think will help this country the most. So, anyways, this is what I wrote back to Mr. President Obama. Sent. Excuse me. This is what I wrote to our president, or whoever's going to receive it. I hope he reads it. I think you're pussyfooting around too much. I voted for you last time. Go after the Fed. Hide away your kids in case you have to. Help our country now. I'm most likely going to support Ron Paul. Ron Paul also sent me that I showed I couldn't send it through though to Rand Paul. It kept saying technical decals. Rand Paul at campaignforliberty.com. I sent this, you know, to Rand Paul after he Campaign for Liberty, and I sent it 4 times, and each time it came back. Google tried to deliver your message but was rejected by the recipient domain. We recommend contacting the other email provider for providing information about this case in the error. The error that the other server returned was 552.552-5.2.2. The email account that you tried to reach is over quota. Please direct. And then they've something with my email. So, but last time I had the same problem. So anyways, Ron Paul sent me himself also. So I just changed it. I completely support you and your father. Okay. Dear Bill, Ben Bernanke's reckless monetary power is robbing us of our wealth and pushing the economy over the cliff. Americans are outraged about the unchecked ability of the Fed to destroy the dollar and diminish their standard of living. Campaign for Liberty has a plan to bring about real change. I hope you'll take a moment to read the message below from C4L President John Tate and support this vital effort to restore liberty and sound money. You know, it's basically the same note, but one's from Rand, his son. So, let's see, sent mail to Ron Paul. I completely support you and your father. Actually, you. I changed a little, but won't let me send this back to him in over 3 attempts. And I believe in truth and liberty all. I follow him /you on YouTube, and though I fortunately can't, blah 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 blah. We'll look forward to hearing back from you some more. And this one, I believe, went through because it says message sent, and I didn't receive any more. So, at first I kept wondering what's going on with Google. They won't let me send to Rand Paul, but they're letting me send it to Ron Paul at Campaign for the... So maybe he just had too many messages. But I couldn't see why someone would have an email, campaignforliberty.com, and, you know, you would think you would have no money to... Doesn't the email basically... It said over quota, so I don't know. That's just... You know, maybe they're just, the money's tight. He's spending everything he can on what he needs to do, and the email didn't have enough. Anyhow, basically, what I'm saying is, I voted for Barack Obama. I don't think he's done what he said he would do. I think he's been afraid to take a stand against those folks. And it's time that a stand be made. You know, I see YouTube videos all over the place, and people are standing up for what they believe in and putting our little voices out there. I put the Federal Reserve as a privately owned corporation. You know, I don't have proof of all this, but I've done some research, and I believe something fishy as hell is going on. You hear? So, Mr. Obama, I said I'm probably going to support Ron Paul. Now, he might not have a chance. He might not be one of the two. Well, I'll write him in. A lot of people are talking, I've seen on the YouTube, about writing in Ron Paul. Now, unless you're going to stand up and do what you said you're going to do. Now, you didn't say you're going to go after the Fed, but I'm telling you, you need to go after the Fed. You start going after the Fed like Ron Paul is, and I'll think about giving you my support. I'll think about it. It might be too little, too late for you. And I like what Ron Paul, I've watched him on YouTube. I follow what he's saying. And I believe he's a man of integrity. And he's a man that wants what's right for the American people. And President Obama, I think you have some integrity. But you're short-sighted. You're not seeing the forest because of the trees in the way. Okay? And I want someone that's going to look deep into the problem. It's going to tell everyone how he sees it and make sure that everyone is on the same page. So we can go after these MFers screwing our country up. That's all I have.